ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Nintendo Switch 2 first look trailer. So it's official, finally. I have watched the trailer. I just want to go through it. We're going to watch through it once, and then I'm going to go through it bit by bit and talk about my thoughts and things like that. Finally it's here. Finally it's been announced, you know, after all the many leaks and everything else. But I think Nintendo have done quite a nice job with this new system. It's very sleek. It's probably a good way to describe it. And this is just sort of showing off all the different things. It's got a fun little animation, this. There's the new kickstand, looking significantly better than the one on the original Switch. This thing's bigger as well. Like the screen quality looks good. They haven't said what the screen is. Joy-Con are bigger. It's weird Nintendo doing like a sequel console. It's been such a long time. I guess DS to 3DS was the last one. Chunkier buttons. Bigger buttons. I'm curious about what the joysticks are like. There we go. It looks like the mouse leak might be potentially real. Possibly. There's no longer the click. It's like a snap sound now as well. They're going for. And there we go. Officially Nintendo Switch 2. Probably the smart move. At least people know that it's a sequel console. And then Mario Kart, whatever ends up being called. It's got a similar look to its old to Mario Kart 8, but I can tell from the vehicles and stuff there's more detail on there. Very curious. So it's this year, and this is really cool. They're saying that you're going to be able to play a lot of stuff backwards compatible, which I think is a huge thing for a lot of people. It's good that they're on that. And then on the 2nd of April, there's going to be a direct, and then all this handheld stuff around the world. Right, let's go through this because I have been following the leaks and stuff like that, but I haven't really like gone into any detail on them. I just didn't see the point at the time. What's interesting with this is that the actual console itself is slightly different shape, obviously bigger screen, so that's like one of the first things. But let's pause it at these points. So those are the Joy-Con sides. Underneath, what we get underneath here? This is just the USB and then like the fan out puts, I think. Yeah, that'll probably be where it sits in the dock, and those are just screws. Power, volume, event. New USB at the top, which means you can probably charge it when tabletop mode or add stuff to it. Headphone jack, game socket cart there as well. And the game socket cart, by the way, it seems like the games are exactly the same, or at least going to seem the same. This new kickstand, this looks really cool. Looks like it's sleek to the surface. Comes out, has these bits here that come out as well, so it can like lean against them when it's like properly, right, like against the ground, so you're not going to get any issues with it. Now the Joy-Con themselves, I think, look significantly better. They're bigger. The button comes around here longer. These look slightly bigger. It's hard to tell from these renders. We've got that mysterious button there that nobody seems to know what it does. These, I hope, click in quite well. The colour fill here and here, this is an interesting way of doing it, because they're obviously going to go black. They might even do like actual colours later on. The blue and the orange. One thing I do like is the SR, SL buttons are bigger. Here's, I think, what is the optical like. This, I assume, is the pair button. And then I think that and that bit there and that bit there are like the magnets. So it looks good. It looks very sleek. Yeah, the buttons seem to have some travel to them because you want them to. These, I hope, are actually Hall effect. This is the mouse part that we're seeing going on right now. And I think these are the straps. Yeah. So this bit here that attaches, these are like the straps that you get with your other one that you put on the side there. So I hope that does work like a mouse along the floor. But the way that they click in on the side of this. I mean, this has got to be what, like that thick, I think. That nice snap sound. And like it sticks in with the magnet, so that's where that registers it. But then the magnets are at the top and the bottom, so I guess. And I know there's a button on the back of it that shows off the button you push to disconnect the magnets. These buttons here. So this looks like it comes in still fairly similar. So hopefully those are comfortable, but this bit here I think is what you click to detach the magnets. See the kickstand has a lot more what's the word? It's just very flush. What we haven't seen though is where the SD card slot is, so I wonder if it's under here again or if it's somewhere else. I didn't see anywhere for the SD card slot. Mario Kart, this looks interesting because I think from afar, like this is like some desert-y kind of oil place, I think, some whatever. I'm very curious if this is showing off like a single player mode in the sense, because you'll see in a minute they drive off into the distance. Mario Bros circuit. So it says it's a circuit, but we're going off-road here. The actual models of the characters are a bit different. They are a bit like squatter and rounder. Mario's car looks very much more... You can see the detail here like as a car. There's various different vehicles. And then they put it on the big screen. This is the dock as well, by the way. Like, they don't really show off the dock here, but I'm going to assume it's very similar. It probably slots in a bit better, so it's less likely to scratch the screen. And obviously the Switch 1, or the dock for the Switch 1 isn't going to work for this, I wouldn't imagine. So it's hard to see, but it slots in. There's a little bit behind it, and it comes up over it. And then he's pulling them off and putting them on. This is like they're just the same as the other one, is in the Switch 1 hand grip. So we got a new one for that. And then we can see more Mario Kart here. Back onto a circuit. You can see. I don't want to go too deep into Mario Kart because we'll get this later on. But I'm just curious because this looks like they're driving off into the distance. It almost looks like a free driving mode. I'm very curious about Mario Kart because I'll obviously get it, but this is a good look. We've got what the controllers look like. Hopefully these are better. Game looks good. Like I'm honestly like I might not sound like overexcited, but I'm just like it's really nice to finally know that the game, like this console's coming out. It's coming out this year. We're gonna get more stuff in April, which is gonna be super cool. Yeah, and then like plays Nintendo Switch 2's exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games, which I can't express how awesome that is for someone like me that already has a huge back catalogue of games for my Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. So that is a good indication that the eShop, whatever it might be an easy transfer of your games and things like that to this system. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. So what I assume that means is depending on the publisher and the third party and all that sort of stuff, because Nintendo will probably make it over time, but will probably make all their games work on Switch 1 and Switch 2. Look at the size, look at this screen. Like this is, I think this is the normal Switch, that bezel, versus this one. It's still a bit wide on the sides, but what's that, an inch bigger? I'm not sure. It looks almost like 8 inches, which is going to be less portable in some ways. But yeah, certain Nintendo Switch games will not be fully supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared on website at a later date. I'm very curious about that. I'll have to have a go and have a gander. I'm also shocked Nintendo just dropped this trailer, like, on a Thursday. And then yes, this Direct, which I will hopefully get to stream that. But yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 is officially announced. It's officially here. That's my first thoughts and impressions. I am still very excited for this. I am looking to finally get hold of it. I really hope that the new system just runs a lot of the old Switch games and runs them at least better, just because of the raw power in that system, which we'll hopefully find out again at a later date. So I'm very happy. I can't wait to get my hands on this and look forward to this new console, because it's been it's going to be 8 years by the time I think this thing comes out, so for the Nintendo Switch 1. So yeah, it's good. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more content, hit subscribe. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below in the description as always. And until next video, I will see you then.